Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you, and welcome to our first recording, Words and Meanings. In this recording, I'm going to answer the first W of Islam. What does Islam mean? And is Islam a religion? And what does the word Allah mean? And so, in order not to have lengthy recordings, I am going to split this into two recordings. So episode 1A, I will address the word Islam, what does it mean, and in episode 1B, I will look at religion, is Islam a religion, and the word Allah. First we start with the word Islam. What does Islam mean? Now, first of all, we can look at the actual Arabic meaning of the word Islam. And in order to do that, you can't just open the Arabic dictionary and look for the word Islam. We have to take it back to its root word. And usually it's a 3-letter or a 4-letter word. And so the 3-letter word for Islam is silm. And silm, we can look it up in the Arabic dictionary. So if you see here, I've typed in the word silm. And then looking at the left side, you can see all the different meanings that come with the word silm. Peace, basically going up, also presenting, giving, protecting, submitting, saving. All of these can come from the same word. It depends on the vowels that we use with the word. So now we have discussed the word Islam from the Arabic meaning. Now what scholars say is, as a meaning for the word Islam, it is peace attained, inner peace attained when surrendering to the one God. So a Muslim is a person who, she or he, attains peace when submitting to the one God. Now I would like to explain for this recording in general, what do we mean by surrendering and what do we mean by the one God? But basically, for somebody to be a Muslim, they have to have an Islamic worldview, which is based on surrendering to the one God. So if you want details of the Islamic worldview, you can go to the Islamic worldview series and have more details on the one God and how do Muslims view the world. But for now, let's do this. Let's just look, what does the one God mean and what does surrendering mean? So the one God, I'm going to start with that first. So Muslims believe that there's only one God. He is the same God who created everything in creation, what we see and what we don't see. He is the one who created humans, and he has been sending, since the creation of humans, he's been communicating with them through messengers and prophets. Now I've only listed a few names of the messengers and prophets, but there's more, and God has been communicating with humans through these messengers. And what he's been communicating through these messengers is basically one message, and that is the message of Islam. So you can ask the question, how come it's the same message of Islam? Was Jesus a Muslim? Was Moses a Muslim? And so Muslims say yes. If you remember the last slide, where we defined, this is why it's important to define words. When we defined what Islam is, we said Islam means surrendering to that one God. And so we have been, as humans, surrendering to the will of that one God since the creation of humans through the prophets. So it's the same message. God is connecting with humans. He wants a relationship with humans, and he's been sending his guidance, the same guidance, with all the messengers. However, there are some practical applications that change according to the environment, the time that these messengers have been sent to. So it's the same message. So according to Muslims, Islam is not really a new faith or belief. Islam is the same message, the same faith since the creation of humans. However, you can look at it as the message that was brought with Muhammad, peace be upon all of the messengers, was, let's say, an updated version of the same message. And Muslims believe Muhammad is the last messenger, and his message has been preserved since the time Muhammad was sent as a messenger. And so if you want details about the nature of this one God, how do Muslims view other prophets, and so on, and their sacred texts, you can look up the Islamic Worldview recording. So I just want to go back now to this slide. So Islam, we talked about it. It's attaining peace when surrendering to the one God. We explained what the one God is. And now what I want to talk about is the surrendering part. What does it mean? So if you look at what God has created, what we can see of his creation, like the cosmos, our bodies, the trees, the water, everything, there are natural laws that are embedded in his creation. And so our bodies, we are born, we grow, we get sick, we get old, we die. These are facts. Irrespective of what our belief system is, we cannot deny that these facts happen. So basically our bodies surrender to the natural laws. Our bodies have no will to choose otherwise, basically. They surrender to God's natural laws. The water cycle, what happens to the trees, the cosmos, everything surrenders to God's natural laws. So some scholars say, so everything is a Muslim with a small letter M at the beginning. Now, if a human chooses to follow the guidance that God has sent through the prophets, he becomes, especially with the last prophet, the updated version of God's guidance, then he becomes a capital M Muslim. So he chooses basically to follow these natural laws of how to live his life and how to interact with the rest of creation and how to interact with other humans and so on. So he becomes in sync with the rest of creation. Everybody's dancing the same dance according to God's natural laws. So we have natural laws that we have no ability to choose not to do, and there are laws that we have the ability to choose to follow. And this is a Muslim when he chooses to follow the guidance and the updated version that came with Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him and upon all the prophets. So this is what we mean by surrendering to the one God. And so I'm going to stop here for now. And thank you all for looking at this recording. And I encourage you to go to the next one, which is episode 1B, where I discuss, is Islam a religion and what does Allah mean? If you have any comments, please leave them in the comments section and I will have a look at them. Thank you very much. Take care and God bless.